Hi you guys, welcome back to today's video. We are going to be doing a blonding appointment today. I know I do a lot of blonding videos, but no two blondes are the same. They all have a little bit of a difference, and I don't tackle every appointment the same way. So I wanted to show you guys what I'm going to be doing for today's video. My client right now went dark about a year ago after being blonde her whole life, and we are now transitioning her back to blonde. Right now she has a grown out balayage. I would say it's like a level 6 up top and about a level 7, 8 on the bottom. So it's kind of like that grown out blondie balayage. It's actually really pretty, but we are ready to go a little bit lighter for summer. We actually haven't colored her hair in about 3 to 4 months, so I'm really excited to brighten her up a little bit. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be using today, all of my favorite tools and my favorite products for an appointment like this. So here I have mixed up Joico Blonde Life with 20 volume. It's the Vero K-Pack developer with this lightener. This is my favorite lightener because it gives you a really great lift and a really good consistency. You guys know I've also loved using Schwarzkopf Blonde Me, Fanola No Yellow. I still love all of those lighteners. I also use Wella sometimes, but Joico Blonde Life really has been my go-to recently, and I really love the results it's been giving me. So I have mixed this up. I'm using a Goldwell brush, and of course I'm gonna be using my Fremar foils. So let's get going, and you can follow along on this whole appointment. Okay, so this is our before. As you can see, she's kind of gotten this grown out balayage. We did do a level 6 on her a few months ago, but for the most part, this is her natural regrowth coming in up top, and then she does have those faded out blonde ends. So we are going to be doing a full highlight today, and I'm also going to be teasing the dropouts just to make sure that we are getting pretty much every single piece of hair to try to knock through some of this dark color. So I am starting off by just doing Babylights in the back. I am using a board right here. You guys know, if you have seen any of my videos, I love using boards, especially around the nape area and above the ear, because it gives you a really sturdy base to highlight on, and I just feel like it gives me a more accurate way to do it for some reason. So if you have never tried a board, I would highly recommend it. I got this one from Becky Miller on Instagram. She sells these. I believe she calls them the bee board or something like that. It's really cute, but I would definitely check that out. I will put her Instagram right here so you guys know where to purchase them. So I am just working my way up doing Babylights. As you guys can kind of tell, I'm not doing like a fully packed Babylight because we are not going for like a super blonde or white solid blonde result. We still want this to be pretty dimensional and soft. So I am leaving bigger subsections, but my actual Babylights are really tiny. Just because I have bigger subsections doesn't mean my actual section that I am highlighting is bigger. So I am just saturating right here. Again, I am using the Joico Blonde Life with 20 volume, and I did add Olaplex in here since we are going over her ends that have been previously lightened. Now that I'm about halfway up the back of the head, I stop using the board. I really just use it for like the bottom half of the nape. And now I have a steady enough base with all of those foils in there that I can use my foils without a board. And I am, of course, using the Fremar foils. You guys know how much I love these. I love that they have black ones. I just love this color so much. It like matches the vibe of my salon. So I try to use these a lot. So now that the back section is in on this right side, I am going to go through and tease out some of these dropouts. I'm not doing every single piece, but I am doing quite a bit just so that I can kick through any remaining brassy tones that I am seeing. So right here, I am doing the first one. And I am just doing Joico Blonde Life with 20 and Olaplex. I'm using that same mixture. If you are a little bit slower at highlighting, you can bump up the volume for the dropouts, but I am pretty quick, and so I just use that same mixture because it all processes pretty evenly anyway. So I'm just gonna be doing this up the back of the head. For this first one, I just did a slice because the hair underneath here is a little bit finer, but as I work my way up, I'm just going to start teasing and then baby lighting, and you will see what I do on this next one. I love the Fremar foils for this as well. As you can see, instead of folding them up into each other, I did one on bottom, one on top, just to make sure that I'm not folding excess product up and causing bleeding or swelling or anything like that. So I'm now on my next one, and as you can see, I baby lighted that one, and that's just going to give me a little more dimension. And I also like to use the board for this as well because it is a little bit hard to get a sturdy base with these foils when you are doing this part. So I'm just going to do this up the back of the head, and then I'm going to work my way over to the left, and then I have a little rectangular section up top that you can see there, and we are going to focus on that after I finish the left side.
Crashing out the sky, falling one by one. Walking.
Okay, the left and the right side are both done. So as you can see here, I have this little rectangular section right here. I am just going to be baby lighting up it, and then as soon as it gets a little bit wider, I do start bricklaying. So I'll do like one foil on the right, one on the left, one in the middle, and this is just going to give us a really natural highlighting pattern so that when it's all falling down and the foils are out, it's going to be placed really naturally with the shape of her head, because when you bricklay, you really are following the shape of the head. So I am just going to be baby lighting up this section, and then I'm going to tease the dropouts here as well.
There's nothing I can ever say to change your mind. I gotta live without your love. We've said goodbye. There's nothing I can ever say.
Now that I'm towards the front of the head, I'm really focusing on the hairline. I'm not doing slices on her, I'm just doing really heavy baby lights that are closer together in the hairline, and then I will transition back into doing bigger subsections throughout the remainder of the hair. This is just going to give us a more focused hairline, give her brighter pieces in front, but I don't want it to be too solid since we're not going like super blonde. If I have a client who wants to be like white solid blonde, that's when I'll do slicing around the hairline, but it really just depends on the look you're going for. And she does want low maintenance. She's actually pregnant right now. She's going to have a new baby. She's actually moving away, so she does need something low maintenance, and I feel like these fine baby lights are going to give her that low maintenance but also still keep her pretty bright.
To change your defeated by the dreams and the memories we've made. To see it crashing out the skies like a tidal wave down on me. Walking alone on the coldest night. There's nothing I can ever say to change your mind. I gotta live.
So as you can see here, I'm kind of flip-flopping between doing the hairline and then working up the side of the head. I'm kind of bricklaying because I am following the shape of the head like I did in the back, and I'm just kind of doing it where I think she needs it. This is why I always like to highlight off of the client's natural part, and if they're a toddler, I go off of the middle. That way I can really see the growth pattern of their hair, where the hair's falling, where they need to have a highlight, where they need to have depth. Because when you're doing highlights, it's not just about packing the highlights in there as tight as you can, especially with colors like this where we want a little bit of dimension and depth. I want to visualize where I need depth and where I need brightness, and you really have to kind of think about that before you place the foil.
Without your love, we've said goodbye. There's nothing I can ever say to change your.
All right, so she is done processing and we are now at the shampoo bowl. So I am just giving her a slight shadow. We do want depth up here so that it gives her a low maintenance grow out, but I don't want it to be too defined because she has been rocking the root smudge balayage look and we want to give her a brighter appearance for summer. So I am just doing a shadowing technique. If you have ever been to one of my color classes, you know that I have 3 different techniques I use at the bowl. I have a tap, a shadow, and a smudge. And I have been thinking about doing a video on the difference between all 3, so let me know if you would like to see that. So here I am doing a shadow, and I am using Redken Shades EQ 7N with just a little bit of 7NA. When I mix in NA in my formulas at the root, I always just do a fourth. So 3/4 of my formula is the 7N, and then I just have a fourth of the 7NA just to kind of cool everything down and give it an ashier appearance. But the NAs in Redken shades are really strong, so you never want to do more than just a fourth because it can overpower and kind of go a little bit purple or blue. So I am just shadowing this down, and then you will see here in a minute around the hairline, I am very gentle and I just slightly tap. That way we're going to have a brighter appearance in the front, but it's still going to look really blended with the rest of the Babylights. I really love Redken Shades EQ for this. I also really love using Joico Lumashine. Those are my 2 go-tos as of late for doing like root smudges, shadows, and taps at the bowl because they just glide on so nicely on wet hair and they give me a really good result. So here I am just combing everything down. This is the blending comb that we sell on our website. I love our comb collection. If you have not checked it out, I highly recommend doing so. We have blonding combs, extension combs, cutting combs, blending combs. We also have brushes. We have our extension brush, travel brush, round brush. We have options. So I will link those in the description box below if you are interested in any of them. But like I said here, I am just tapping that hairline. With some blondes, I will leave the hairline out completely and not even tap it. But that's if I'm doing like a really bright blonde. But since I want to kind of, smudge this in with the rest and make it blend really well, I'm slightly tapping and then combing back to blend. And I do, of course, have Olaplex number 2 on her mids to ends so that we do have a barrier. And when I comb, it's not going to leave any splotchiness. And then it also gives her a treatment at the same time, which is really nice. Okay, so I let that root shadow sit for about 7 minutes and now I am rinsing it out before I apply the toner. I get asked a lot if I usually rinse out before I apply the toner, and it kind of depends. If I'm doing a shadow or a tap, I will. But if I am doing a smudge or a more defined balayage, I actually leave the base on and work the toner in with it. So it really just depends on the client and the look that I am going for. And then for her toner today, we are using Redken Shades EQ again, and I am doing 9P, 9N with just a tiny drop of 8GI. I like mixing toners because it gives you a really customized result, and I literally need like so many different tones within what I'm trying to do. So if I were just to do a 9P, it's not going to be what I want. I need that P because it has both blue and violet, and then I also need the N because I do need some neutral in there, and then the GI also has like a lot of mauve and gold iridescent tones, which I think is beautiful for the color that we're going for. So I'm all about mixing toners, whether you're using Joico or Redken or Goldwell or Schwarzkopf or whatever color line you use. I think it's really important to mix and match tones just so that every client has a really custom result.
It's easy to set a young heart on the run, to see it crashing out the sky.
With my blondes, I always like to reinforce the toner with purple shampoo. I hardly ever go in with just like normal shampoo right after a toner because I would hate to strip even a little bit of it right after. So I am using Kevin Murphy Blonde Angel Wash on her, and then I used the Hydrate Me Rinse, and then we are good to go. We are now going to dry her and put in her extensions. Her color is all done and dry. I am obsessed with how this turned out, you guys. I love that we got that bright, creamy, neutral blonde, but we also have a little bit of depth at the base so that she has that natural grow out. And it's so funny because I always tell clients that these balayages, root smudges, natural lived-in blondes are never going to go out of style because every mom I know needs low maintenance, and there's always going to be moms out there. So I love that these colors are in, and I have a feeling they'll be in for quite a while.
So we are now adding extensions. As you can see, her hair is actually really amazing. She doesn't need extensions, but she does like to have them for a little bit of fullness. She has had 3 bags of tape-ins for over a year now, and we are now transitioning her into hand-tied wefts. We are just going to be doing 1 row for fullness because she actually wants to cut her hair a little bit shorter. So we are going to be adding this 1 row and then chopping it a little bit, which is super fun. It's summertime right now, so I have a lot of clients doing the chop, and I'm obsessed with it. So I wanted to touch a little bit on the method I'm doing and what I teach in my classes. So you guys know that I teach hair extension trainings. We certify hundreds of stylists all the time, and it's just so much fun. I just got done with a training in Ohio, and we trained over 47 stylists in our method, and they are now certified in all of our methods, which is super fun. So here I am doing the hand-tied beaded weft method. In my education classes, I have 3 different beaded weft methods I choose to teach. So I have a hand-tied weft method, a machine weft method, and a cozy weft method. Those are the 3 wefts that we offer within our line, and every method has a different technique. One is ideal for fine hair, one is ideal for medium to thick hair, and then the other is ideal for all hair types. So what I love about our education is you are not just learning one method that's good for one hair type, you are learning 3 different things that you can utilize on all hair types because every client is so unique and they will all need different options. And then in our classes, you also learn tape-ins, you learn blending, custom placement, you learn consultation skills, color matching, ordering the hair process, how to, just so many different things. I can't get into all of it right now because there's just so much, but I would highly recommend taking a class if you are interested in extensions or if you already do extensions and just want a refresher course. I will link all of the class info in the description box below. I would love to see you at one of my classes. So as you can see here, this is the beadwork placed on the head. So this is our fine hair hand-tied weft method. Millie here actually has really good hair. It's about medium to thick hair, but I am doing hand-tied wefts on her, so I did do the fine hair placement just for extra security. And then we are going to be layering hand-tied wefts on this track. I am using 2 different colors. The first color I'm using right here is the Freddy. This is one of our newest colors, and I'm so obsessed with it. I really want to put it in my own hair because it's so beautiful. So I'm putting this one on first, and then I'm going to be bricklaying the Jordan right on top of it. When it comes to extensions, I kind of have the same view as with toners. I love mixing and matching. I think that it's so important to mix and match extension colors to give your client a really custom result because no 2 heads are the same. Everyone's going to have different tones in their hair, and mixing 2 to 3 extension colors is really going to give them a really beautiful color. So as you can see here, I am just placing these wefts on. This is something else you learn in our class. You learn how to place hand-tied wefts because they can be a little bit tricky. There are a few different ways that you can place them for the optimum result for that client. Our next class is going to be Seattle. I am so excited for that one. That one's next weekend. So if you are interested in coming, there are only 2 tickets to that class left. I will link those in the description box below. After that, I believe our next class with tickets available is Canada in August. And then after that, we go into our fall schedule. All of our other classes in the summer are sold out. Right now, we're on a pattern of doing 2 a month. So it's been a really good schedule, and I'm super excited. So I will leave all that information in the description box below, and you can check out all of our upcoming classes.
Falling one by one, walking alone on the coldest night. There's nothing I could ever say to change your mind. I gotta live without your love. We've said goodbye. There's nothing I could ever say to change your defeated by the dreams and the memories we've made.
Okay, so here we are just giving her hair a nice little chop. This is like the funnest thing to do for summer. Yesterday in the salon, I had 3 clients who chopped their hair unexpectedly, and I just love that it's summer and people are wanting to do something different. So that's what we are doing here. Even when you have short hair, I love that clients still keep like 1 row of wefts for fullness or a bag of tapes for fullness, because it really just gives you that volume and that fullness that you need even with short hair. So I love that extensions are so versatile and you can use them with short hair and long hair. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions about the color, the extensions, or the cut. I really appreciate all of the love and support. And I'm so sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. My dog's chewing a bone and I have tried to get him to stop and he won't. So that's what that noise is. But anyway, thank you so much for the love and support. Like I had said, make sure to go follow me on Instagram. I link all of my Instagram handles in the description box below. I do a lot of education on my Instagram pages as well as here on YouTube. And I just really hope you guys enjoy the content I am putting out there. Thank you again for watching. I love you guys so much and have a great day.
No.
It's funny that it's your comfort zone, but it feels
I know,
unnatural.
you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Dad always likes your hair that long.
Yeah, he does.
Does he know you're doing it?
I love the dark.
She loves the dog. No one really knows. Matt does, because I just like, you know, making
But
sure
I
he
also love
doesn't
that,
get
that in
opinions.
between that you wear. I really like the
Yeah. But like, the thing I love about this is like, you let my hair grow out naturally and it's such low maintenance.
It is so low maintenance. That's your natural root color.
Yeah.
To see it crashing out the skies like a tidal wave down on me. Walking alone.